And say,
Brian!
Welcome back to Burgh Vivant.
Thank you.
It's
I
lovely
like
to be
here.
having an afternoon cocktail with you.
Okay, let's have one.
Tis the season. Sun is shining. You've been out to see some good theater. What's going
down? Point Park Conservatory Theater Company is doing, Streetcar Named Desire, directed by Martin Giles, and it runs this weekend and next weekend, ending the 26th, I believe. And it's a beautifully done production. The set, I was really in love with the set because what's great about it is you get to see the interior scenes and the exterior scenes. It's just kind of all open.
Oh, yeah.
So you see people walking down the street with the backdrop. Gianni Downs, I believe, is the scenic designer. And you get to see the two rooms, the bedroom where Blanche and Stanley and Stella spend a lot of time, and in mostly the kitchen table and some items in the background, but it's beautifully, and the screen doors slam and make that lovely screen door and slam. People make noise upstairs. I love that sound of a screen door slamming.
It's hard to perfect.
It is. It's a beautiful door, although it's not necessarily screened. And so that's really wonderful, that simultaneous interior and exterior, so you really get the whole feeling of New Orleans and all the noises and sounds and the streetcar sounds and people yelling and all sorts of really exciting things. So the acting is pretty amazing for such a young group of people. Blanche is played by Allie York and Stanley's played by Tal Crozer. Hope I didn't torture that name. And Stella is played by Brittany Dorazio, and they are wonderful. Stanley has that whole animal magnetism kind of feel to him, and he's kind of articulate too, and that kind of, his accent is really fun and pulls you in, and you're sort of attracted to him but sort of hate him at the same time, which is perfect. And Blanche is out there, Blanche, but manipulative and sexy and flirty, and just this epitome of a lot of different kind of Blanches that I've seen. I really liked Nick McDonough, who was in 21. He was actually in one of my favorite scenes in 21. He had this lovely, vulnerable, and sweet, but also, hey, I'm a man, and a man wants things, kind of whole aura about him. And I thought he was wonderful. Kind of one of those roles that you kind of don't think about as much as you think about Stanley.
But Stella, it was done well.
It was done well. Stella was really, you felt such empathy for her situation because she's in love with this man and yet she wants to help her sister, but she doesn't know who to believe. And she's just really, and she also has these sort of snarky and funny and aggressive and tough moments, but you see her vulnerability to Stanley. And then the two hilarious characters on the side were Eunice and Steve, their upstairs neighbors. They're constantly yelling, and it just reminds you of like anybody that you know in any area that's not the most high-class neighborhood where people are constantly yelling and fighting and screaming and slamming doors. So that was great too. Just a masterful direction all the way around.
Oh, very good.
A definite, they are dependent on the kindness of strangers to go see this show. That was sort of Mae West. But yeah, there's a great line in there about everybody, sometimes you just need someone. And that sort of, I had never really heard that line that way, and I laughed. Maybe not appropriately at times, but I laughed at a lot of things, and I'd never really laughed at that kind of production before. So I just found a lot of things funny, and I'm not sure if that was the direction or it's in there.
But you laughed anyway, Dan.
But I laughed, and the lady next to me afterwards said, "I'm so glad you're here to laugh," and I thought, was I laughing inappropriately? But it was a wonderful, very professional, for such young people playing such, especially Blanche, she's not 20 or 21. But they did a great job, and it's a well done production all the way around.
So what was the quote again? Everyone needs somebody something?
Sometimes, no, that's Dean Martin. Everybody wants somebody. Sometimes you just need someone.
Well, I agree with that. Like when I need new brakes put on my car, I need someone to do that.
Sometimes you just need someone.
That's one of those times.
Yeah.
Give me your best Brando impersonation.
Of that? Oh, well, I didn't even mention Stella! I didn't even do that.
Just talk to Brando.
I made him an offer he couldn't refuse. That's
You
like
sound
old
like Joan
Jewish.
Rivers.
It's like old Joan Rivers Brando. No.
Old Joan Rivers.
But he had like these big things in his mouth.
So do I. It's called fat.
No. And this guy, nope, no shirt at all. Wasn't really.
A little something for the
Second
ladies.
row, ladies. Go to the second row.